One out of here. He's touching me.
6 have been chosen to investigate Britain's darkest corners. This is a record of their journey. This silver bus is on a road trip around Britain that will challenge 6 firmly held beliefs. Amy, 21, skeptic. Phil, 32, believer. Dan, 23, believer. Becky, 24, skeptic. Shayla, 29, believer. Sam, 22, skeptic. The team has been on the road for 9 days, and tensions are beginning to arise within the group. Today, they're in Yorkshire and have decided to take a detour to the natural moorland spring of White Wells. The water is only a few degrees above freezing.
I slowly learned that this isn't just an investigation into the paranormal, it's almost a challenge with getting together with 6 complete strangers and spending a month together.
No one's really argued much.
We're all drawing our own conclusions, and no, I hate that.
You know, she's very sort of, sexy and very physical, and that's what I sort of judged her on.
She thinks I should. My body language is very sexual.
We actually had sort of a small discussion on this.
And it's funny hearing something like that from someone that you've only known for a week.
She's got a lot of work to do on her body language.
Positive criticism. So, I accept it.
If I hit it off with someone, I hit it off, and I don't sort of hold back, and if I don't, I sort of just stand off.
Part of me thinks, I can't be bothered with this, I don't need this, and I just want to walk away from it.
We'll see, we'll wait and see what happens.
Under the water, you go. Make it feel cold.
Our team has come to Ilkley Moor, a hotspot of reported UFO activity. Invigorated by their dip in the natural spring, it's time for the team's new mission to be revealed.
Bit chilly on the willy out.
What, Willie? I've lost it. Lost it. I've looked everywhere. I can't find it. We have a new mission, kids. We have a new mission. Let me,
What is it? It's a piece of paper.
Right, are you going to write this? Then hold on. You're in Yorkshire because this is the most concentrated area of UFO activity in Britain. Nice. Dancing lights in the sky, alien abductions, balls of fire, and even little green men. This area in the north of England has seen it all.
Really?
Nice.
Not us. Let's see them.
Is there a connection between the alien phenomenon and lines of positive energy in the Earth's plate?
Ley lines.
Ley lines. At a sacred site in the moor, the ancient swastika stone, more than 20 ley lines converge. The question is, why is there more extraterrestrial activity in West Yorkshire than anywhere else in Britain? Do the magical ley lines attract alien visitors, or could it be connected with the ancient pagan stone circles on the moor? Good question. And
That's a good one.
And we've
Oh,
got
a
a
map.
the moors are big as well.
Yeah, but the people seem friendly.
Yeah.
They're not all like, get that bird out.
No,
Nice
no.
bird.
More than an accent.
Nice bird. Get the book up, man.
No.
Might be because we're so close to the sky.
So we've got to keep our eyes on the sky.
No, it might be.
Yeah, but
They fuel
that's the thing.
landing.
That's what I was thinking. Is we've got to keep our heads up tonight. Learn something new every
Mind
day.
you, though, this place is like full of rocks and stuff, isn't it? So, right.
Our team is spending the night at Scatcliffe Hall Hotel, where they'll be meeting with Alan Godfrey, a retired policeman who claims to have been abducted by aliens in 1981. Under hypnotic regression shortly after the incident, Alan revealed an amazingly detailed account of what happened to him that night. However, his regression was cut short, and no conclusion has ever been reached about what happened to him on that fateful night.
As well as this guy tonight, we've also got a hypnotist coming in who's going to regress him. And has anybody been hypnotised? I haven't.
No,
My sister
yeah,
has.
yeah.
Have you?
I've always wanted
Really?
to be regressed.
It's a state of mind, I believe, anyway. Because it's just like you're driving when you kind of go in that sort of
Cool, you can.
unconscious.
That's what my sister said. She played the piano on stage and she didn't exactly what she was doing.
Yeah.
Weird, eh?
I've never actually met somebody that has been regressed, and I've never met
In
somebody
theory, this
that
would be the most
has been abducted by aliens.
wowzers of all the things we've done.
Hello.
What can we do for you lot?
How are you?
I'm alright, are you?
Not bad, thank you.
Alan joins the team for coffee and recounts his limited conscious memory of the night he was abducted. Later, they will attempt to take his regression one step further.
I was in the patrol car going up this particular road outside the hotel here, and I came across an object. It was approximately 20 feet wide, 14 feet high. It was diamond shaped, and I just sat there, straight on the radio, no response, and I'm sat there watching it. Gone.
3 other police officers on duty in the area that night also witnessed the object and filed official reports of an unidentified flying object hovering in the sky.
Left to right, up and down, towards and away from us in a great sweeping arc, still pulsating. And then after being there perhaps just a minute or two, it went down to the left and out of sight, and that's the last we saw it.
And as a result of that, a chief inspector came to see me, and I was asked if I'd gone hypnotic regression. During that hypnotic regression, I come out with an abduction. I was actually wired up to one of these heart machines, you know, the ones that do your and take your pulse and all this sort of thing. And it completely went off the scale. And the psychiatrist said, the only way my heart could beat that fast to get off the scale is if I was actually stood and I was running.
How do you feel about being regressed tonight, seeing as you were stopped last time?
I won't say I'm looking forward to it, but I'll give it the best shot.
Dr. Tony Ray, an expert in the field of hypnotic regression, has agreed to join the team to see if he can reveal anything more about Alan's experience.
If any of you feel that you're slipping into a trance, the worst thing that can happen to you is that you'll fall asleep for about 20 minutes. Okay? All right, Alan, what I'm going to ask you to do is just sit back in your chair and get as comfortable as you possibly can. Listen just to the sound of my voice and my voice only, Alan. Just relax and you'll be perfectly safe and perfectly fine.
With Alan apparently in a trance, Tony checks to see if he's fully under.
So it's 5 a.m. in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, were you on foot or were you driving? What exactly were you doing?
I'm driving in the car.
And then something very strange happened, didn't it, at 5 o'clock?
Something up the road.
Something on the road?
Up front, up there.
What sort of shape is this something?
Up there. Up.
What is it?
You tell me. I've never seen it like this. Alpha Bravo control, message over.
Are you having trouble with the radio? Is it not working?
No.
What is this thing, Alan? What's this thing that's causing so much concern? What is it?
It looks like a large diamond. Who are you, anyway?
I'll report it back to headquarters. I'll give them all the details. You give me all the information because the radio isn't working, and I'll report it back for you. I need to get a detailed description. How big is it?
It's approximately, I don't know, about 20 feet wide. It's hovering off the ground. Well, I don't think I should be this near because
I'll make sure you're
all
safe.
the trees.
What's happening to the trees?
They're all shaking.
Right. What colour is it?
There isn't. I can't describe it.
Is there a doorway to it?
No, I can't see it. Gee.
What's happening
Something's
now?
happening.
Coming up, deep in Alan's subconscious, is there evidence of an alien abduction?
What do you want them to stop doing, Alan?
Shouldn't they?
They're touching you. What does it feel like when they touch you?
Horrible.
We rejoin the team as they witness former policeman Alan Godfrey, who under hypnosis is about to reveal the painful details of his alien abduction.
What's happening, Alan? Tell me. Are you still looking at this strange object?
I can't see anything.
What can you hear? You're going to be safe, Alan, don't worry. You're going to be safe. What's happening? Tell me what's happening, Alan. Tell me.
Sir,
If you tell me, I can help you. If you don't tell me, I can't help you. What's happening?
just a light. Up.
What light?
I'm gone blind. I don't like this. Just black. I'm floating and so much going, this isn't right. There's something wrong here. It's frightening me.
What is it that's frightening you, Alan?
They are.
They are? Who are they? Who are they, Alan?
I'm in a room.
A room?
I don't know where I am.
Who else is in the room with you?
They are.
They are. Who are they?
I don't want to talk about them. They're horrible. Looking stay away. No, they are. They're fucking ugly.
Ugly?
They're horrible.
Well, describe them for me then.
You just stood there.
Is that the noise they're making? Are they talking to you?
Oh,
Well, what does it sound like when they talk? Describe it to me. What does it sound like? How tall are these things?
Oh, like 3 foot.
Are you stood up or you sat down? Whereabouts are you in this room?
Come near me, I'll kick their fucking heads when they come near me.
Are they coming near you?
I don't like this. There's a door open.
There's a door opening. Whereabouts?
Yeah.
Just over there?
There's a bloke coming in.
A bloke?
Yeah.
This is a human being?
He was about 6 foot.
What's he dressed in, this bloke? Don't worry, you'll be safe where you are. You'll be safe there, don't worry. Yeah? He's about 6 foot, and describe his facial features for me.
He's got a beard. All I can hear.
Is he making that noise as well?
I think so.
What's he doing?
He wants me to get on this bed.
He wants you to get on the bed?
Will you tell them to fucking leave me alone?
What are they doing, Alan? What are they doing? What do you want them to stop doing, Alan?
Touching me.
They're touching you? What does it feel like when they touch you?
Horrible.
Horrible? Describe the horrible. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it sticky? Is it wet? Slimy? What is it that's horrible about it, Alan? Just tell me. Do it for the report, Alan. Just tell me. What are they doing now? You'll be perfectly safe, don't worry. You'll be perfectly safe. What are they doing now? Where are you now? You're still floating? No? Where are you now?
I'm on this bed.
You're on this bed. How do you get on the bed?
I don't know.
You don't know. What are you doing on this bed, Alan? What are they doing?
Attaching something.
Who's attaching something?
Just want out of here.
You just want to be out. What are they doing to you, Alan?
He's touching me.
They're touching you? What are they touching you with? Their hands?
Yeah.
And what does it feel like? You'll be perfectly safe, don't worry. Be perfectly safe. Are they trying to do anything with you, Alan? Are they trying to do any kind of experiment or anything with you? Alan?
No.
Just sit back. Just close your eyes and just relax for a minute. Just close your eyes and just relax for a minute.
I've been crying.
Just sit back. Just close your eyes and just relax for a minute.
After Alan leaves, the team discusses the regression with Tony.
Are you certain you was hypnotised?
As certain as anybody can be. When you've done it previously a few times, you're either very good or you become a very good actor and go into it. But as certain as you can be, it was certainly well relaxed. When I checked his arm and everything, it was really limp.
He was actually like that. But I mean, afterwards he had no tears, and he said, "Oh, have I been crying?" And you said, "No, he's been pushing his eyes."
Yeah.
So I mean, what was happening there?
People react in different ways, don't they? You know, I don't know.
Is it possible that he could have been acting?
That's always, you know, you could always do that if you wanted to. Oh, yeah.
Do you think that he could have been describing a dream that he had?
Well, with dreams, you're not able to sort of go through exact details again and again. And it is 22 years since you last did it. And the details seem to match up with the story that he gave years and years ago. Something triggered off that deep emotion. He became very restless, didn't he?
Just want out of here.
You just want to be out. What are they doing to you, Alan? His body was really starting to react, as you would really react if you were there.
How do you feel about, I don't know what your standpoint is on UFO abductions, but do you believe what he says? Do you feel...
I have an open mind on it. I think that something very extraordinary happened to him on that night. And that he had, and still has, some very strong emotional feelings on this given period of time between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. in the morning. And we may never, ever get to the bottom of exactly where he went, what happened.
Alan's testimony to alien abduction is just one of the many paranormal reports in West Yorkshire that appear to have happened on or nearby Ilkley Moor. The next day, the team set out for Riddlestone Hall on the edge of the moor. Janet Ritchie lives and works at the hall. She has investigated the ley lines that run through the estate.
I'm very pleased to welcome you all to East Riddlestone Hall. A ley line is like a fault line in the Earth's surface where through cracks energies can be found.
So is that a positive or negative energy?
Well, it's mainly positive, and I hope that all the ley lines that we have at East Riddlestone Hall are positive. But there is what's called a blackened ley line. And a blackened ley line is where an ordinary ley line has had some kind of either black magic or satanic ritual performed upon it, and it turns the ley line black and actually converts the positive energy into negative energy.
Whereabouts exactly do they run?
Well, the only one I'm aware of in this area is the one that runs from Tomaden over to ilkely moor to the swastika stone.
Right, okay. And do you think that there could be a sort of connection between the swastika stone and the alien abduction?
It does seem like a huge coincidence that the abduction actually took place on the line, and it is the only blackened ley line in the area.
Right.
Would you by any chance know where exactly the ley lines are around this area?
Yeah. I mean, there are definitely 4 on the property in the grounds of East Riddlestone Hall, and we're actually standing on one here, which at right angles to the one which runs through the hall, I would say runs just about here.
Janet believes that it's the power of ley lines that cause paranormal apparitions at the hall.
There is an instance of what's called the Grey Lady's ghost. The owner of the house came back to find his wife in the arms of another man, and what he did was he just bricked her up in the room and allowed her to starve to death. Strange things happen, lights blow, and objects move with no proper explanation as to why that's happened.
While some of the team set out for a tour of the hall, Shayla tries to persuade Sam that ley lines are a fact and not fantasy.
It's not a gun.
They just move when you walk there.
See, it's exactly the same spot.
Weird. I almost thought that one almost sort of went like really slow, as if it was really being drawn to it. Wow. It's when you toy for the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
The team have found a guide to the ghostly rooms of the hall.
Now this is one of the rooms where you may see one of the ghosts of the house. The lover of the Grey Lady was supposedly blocked up in a wall, but we don't know where. But his face is often seen at this window. It's a beautiful window. It's known as a rose window, obviously. You can tell why.
Very good.
If you feel anybody coming up the stairs as you come down, don't worry, it's quite normal. It's quite weird. It looks like a perfectly normal staircase. The radio crew came to spend Halloween in the house. And in the early hours of the morning, the house steward was here, and 3 members of the radio crew. And as it approached 1 o'clock, a grey mist came down the staircase. Just a rolling mist over the stairs where you're sitting now. Temperature dropped, and the sound engineer took fright. And he refused to spend any more time in the house that night. And he went and stayed in the bungalow of the steward, and had to carry on without him.
Back outside, the subject has changed from ley lines to relationships.
Do you get worried about her being out there?
God, no. Not at all. No way.
Do you think she gets worried about you being here?
Nope.
Well, that's cool then.
Well, yeah, that's right, so still good.
Actually, I get jealous. I get worried. But that's just uncontrollable. You know, it's like, even though my senses, I know he would never do anything. It's still sort of the instinct to go, but what if? How do I know that he's not going to see some stunning girl and like have a conversation with her that's just going to inspire him, and that because you can't control your thoughts, you know, you can still sort of like somebody or whatever. But that's just natural to be jealous, I suppose.
Having heard about the ley line that stretches from the UFO abduction site and through Riddleston Hall, the team decides to follow it to its end point, the swastika stone on Ilkley Moor. This is where they will spend the night.
My mum's from Yorkshire.
Nigel Mortimer is a local tour guide who knows the history of the swastika stone.
Right. Here we are at the famous swastika stone. The Nazis actually took this ancient symbol and reversed it. You'll notice this actually flows clockwise. Nobody really knows where it originated from. Archaeologists say that it was carved in the Bronze Age. See this arm that comes off it with a hook, and the dot in the middle, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, there's only 3 other designs exactly like that anywhere else in the world. And if you get a globe of the world and look where these 3 are positioned, there's one in southern Italy and there's one in Sweden. And they're a perfect equilateral triangle. The other one's here on Ilkley Moor. The archaeologists that have looked at it and the scientists know that it was carved when the sea level was 200 foot above its present position, which is impossible, yet it's there. The swastika stone actually is also called the Philphos, or farmer's cross, which was a local magical emblem for the farmers that lived in the valley below here. And they believed that elemental beings and small fairy-like folk used to give magical presents to the farmers to make the crops grow and things like that. It's got lots of history and folklore behind it. And the best time to actually see it is when it's been raining. The wet rock shows the carving up really well.
Well, we've got Nigel, we'll have a chat with you if that's
myself.
okay.
Yeah, fine.
You're good at pinball.
Yeah, so see we got the fence, we'll get it sorted, yeah?
Alright, you've got them all.
Yeah. Right.
Nice one.
Gentlemen, good luck.
We've got 3 middle-aged people come up on the moor 7 o'clock in the evening and fell asleep here. Just fell asleep at the side of the swastika stone. And a ball of light appeared to the north of here. Suddenly, as I woke up, came over and emitted what they all said was a bubble of daylight. Now this bubble of daylight illuminated a 10-foot area on the ground, which they all walked into. They were terrified that the UFO led them off the moor to safety.
Do you think there's a connection between ley lines and these UFO hotspots?
Definitely. Yeah. And I think that these beings, aliens or whatever they are, actually do use these energies. People think, well, maybe they propel the UFOs along them. I mean, it's more of a case of actually manifesting, using the energy within the ley line or the ancient side to become real, physically real in our reality.
It's the same principle, for example, as ghosts.
Yeah, very
that's
similar.
the idea, yeah,
very
for
similar.
drawing the energy
to produce themselves, yeah.
Evening is approaching, and Sam and Phil set up camp.
Look how red the sky is. That's great.
Unknown to the team, something truly bizarre is about to happen. Nigel is about to do something that the team may find incredible and hard to accept. He claims to be able to channel an alien being, whom he calls Sharlak.
Can you tell us your name? Sharlak.
Can you tell us something about yourself?
We realise why you bring us here today with you. The channel that you use will be benefit to the people of your world.
Can you tell us what channel that is?
The channel you are.
Can you talk about love?
This is the great
the world where we originated from was very much like yours. But a long, long time ago in the distant past, we outgrew the physical world. And to this day we rely on the energy of light to manifest within your world. One day you will understand this.
Do you know what happens to human beings when they die?
It will almost be like the butterfly who realizes that once it leaves the cocoon, it can be a butterfly forever. Your future could be so glorious, and you're such an impatient race. The time will evolve, the time will come, and your future will be glorious. We see so much love out there for your race.
So if you have a message from your alien race to the human race, what is it?
We are not aliens. We are all one. You may feel that we come and go in what you term spacecraft. And at one point this was correct, this was true. But we have always been able to be with you. We are close to you all the time. And if you realised what we were, you would not be able to comprehend this in your time. So we have to show you in ways you understand. Love to all of your race.
Coming up.
In my opinion, I'm sitting on a fence.
Oh, you're
because
just
I can't.
complaining?
Now, your voice is heightened.
After dark, will the extraordinary energies of Ilkley Moor be too much to handle?
Whatever it was, it's long gone.
The team is in Yorkshire, tracing the path of powerful ley lines across Ilkley Moor. They've met seemingly rational locals who claim to have made alien contact. How will they now react to spending the night camping at this UFO hotspot?
We asked him back, then they actually have to run and go and get him.
So what was Nigel saying when we were doing the fence? What were you doing?
Got it simple.
Yeah.
Met an alien.
He was not actually an alien.
No, but an alien.
Channeled in, same as medium channeled spirit.
Weird.
He channeled an
It's
alien.
weird. It's the weirdest thing I've heard.
As soon as he snapped out of it, then I believed him fully.
It's very, very bizarre.
I mean,
Basically, his thoughts are that they've always been with us. They are, in a way, our guides. They're the ones that oversee humanity and how it's developing. I don't know what to say about him. I'm not going to say, yes, I believe him, and yes, I met an alien who was channeled through a human being, because I really don't know. It's just too bizarre of a concept for me. But on the other hand, it still doesn't put down or dissuade what he was actually saying.
No, but that's not what we're here to investigate, what he's saying. You know what I mean?
But that is my decision. No, what we're here to investigate doesn't, it doesn't apply in my case, in my opinion. You know, I'm not always going to be like, you know, I believe or I don't believe, or, you know, I'm going to solve this or I'm not going to solve this. That's not what I'm here for. In my opinion, I'm sitting on a fence because I can't, you know,
If it's all about peace and loving each other, then why do alien abductees feel they've been molested or whatever makes a human being
Alan
cry?
last night just really...
And that's what we're linking it to that, so that's not random, that is a story that we're following up on.
Do you know what got me, is when he sat down and he was like, like, so he began like that, but towards the end, he was just talking much more normally.
No, but you wanted to come out going,
Everyone has their own opinion. I don't.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that you did expect. I'm saying that I don't think that he was speaking any more normally towards the end.
Well, that's your opinion. That's fine. Okay.
But I think you want him to be a big green alien.
I wasn't happy that he was talking in a funny voice. He just wasn't consistent, and that made me think, oh my God.
But you were talking differently. You were talking differently when we started this discussion. And now, your voice is heightened.
I'm not pretending to be an alien. I'm not pretending to be an alien. I'm myself. I'm me.
It's like me ridiculing. Why are you speaking like that? Why aren't you speaking like you started speaking?
No, that's totally different. Listen, if he came over and started talking normally, he didn't. He came over. And he was all like that. That's what it was like. He completely changed his voice. And that just made me think, oh, you're just a phony.
The team has brought in world-renowned transmedium Marion Goodfellow to verify the theory that they're on a ley line so powerful that it attracts and enhances paranormal phenomena.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. What a trek, hey? I'm Marion. I'm pleased to meet you. The minute I got here, you could feel the energy. It really is awesome. I'd like to introduce Andy.
Hi, you all.
Andy's going to help me with this evening. What we'd really like to do is to get you to participate in the first part of the séance. We'll sit in a circle and basically try and get you to get in touch with your spirit guides and helpers. So what we want to try and do is make you work as well as me. Should I go into trance, this is where Andy comes in. Andy will call the shots. Andy's in charge. Nobody touches me, nobody talks to me except Andy.
Yeah, whether you disbelieve or believe, you must follow the correct guidelines for safety purposes at least. Okay?
Yeah.
Almost immediately, Marion feels a connection with Shayla.
You are very psychically aware, yes. You can feel the different energies that I talk about quite significantly. And if you wanted to, it's quite within your powers to do what I do. How do you feel about the reading that I've just given?
Well, that just fits really well. Like I say, not only from my opinion,
Yeah.
and I think that's really nice, because I think Shay will carry that.
Good.
I think it will give her the
impetus.
Yeah, I think she'll go with that.
Yeah.
I think that's really great that you said that.
Good. Andy, how are you feeling?
Sense something around us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's normal, isn't it? But you're right, Shay has a magnetism about her.
Yeah.
You tend to pick up who's got the correct kind of energy around them. And she's got that.
You're going to pick up the torch?
One thing to do then.
Yeah? Right. I feel I'm coming to you. Okay. I think you felt I was anyway, didn't you?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. I have a gentleman in spirit that wants to say hello to you that's remarkably like you. I feel family, but I can't bring through what he is. He's talking about a left leg. It's either yours that was injured at some time or it was his. Do you understand what he's saying about that? That's okay. I think this personality was very fit, very active when he was on the Earth plane. Somewhat athletic.
Possibilities. It could have been somebody in my family.
Somebody very like you.
Yeah.
And is it your leg or his?
I've got a problem with the left side actually.
That's okay, as long as you can understand why he was bringing that through. I mean, we're here in the middle of the night on the cold moors, but there is such a tremendous atmosphere and energy that probably if we tried to do it any other place, you wouldn't have got the same result.
Marion wants to try one more thing, a potentially dangerous technique, a psychic trance, which can be practiced only by a few specialist mediums.
Phil, would you mind changing places with Andy? What I'm going to try and bring in that energy, the one I said to you about that I feel around me. I'm going to see if I can bring that energy in with Andy's help. So if you wouldn't mind swapping places. I might have to just turn around because I need to be really comfortable. So it's not, please excuse my back. If you want to come and have a peek, then that's fine. But I really do need you to send out all your energy. Okay. As I said, Andy's in charge, and I'm going to just relax and see if I can bring forward this energy.
Nothing can hurt you anymore. That's a long time ago. Can you speak?
Oh.
Sarah? Hello, Sarah. What are you doing here? Why are you here? There's no need to be frightened. Is there anybody here with you?
I want to go.
You want to go?
Home.
You want to go home? You don't know. How old are you, Sarah? 17. You run away. It's okay. Who did you run away from? You ran away from you ran away from yourself. Did you do something wrong? Would you like to tell me what you did? Whatever it was, it's long gone, it's all in the past. You have to share it. You'll feel better if you share it.
Andy, believing that they are indeed on one of the most powerful ley lines in Britain, decides to bring Marion out of her trance for her own safety.
I found it very strange, very strange. As in, I don't know how to describe it really.
Everyone agrees that the ley line linking all the paranormal reports in the area has an unusually intense power.
Does anyone want chocolate as well?
And they've all felt it.
You have nightmares if you have chocolate.
That's
Like
cheese.
And chocolate.
If you want a dream, cheese is the way it's
Cheese.
Tonight has been a draining experience.
Sleep well.
Okay.
Night,
Night,
guys.
Bye.
Sleep well.
Night, guys.
Next time. Throughout history in Britain, there have been hundreds of sightings of mysterious beasts and reports of vampiric attacks and mutilation on our wildlife. The team investigates the case of a wallaby, horrifically slaughtered and drained of its blood in Cleveland.